So yeah, Luke Skywalker once fought a clone of himself. And the guy's name? Luke. That's Luke with an extra U. No, really. He was created from the hand Luke lost on Cloud City, the one Darth Vader sliced off. The evil clone was grown in secret by Joris Subaeth, a dark Jedi clone from the Empire's cloning labs. Luke had all of Luke's powers, but none of his conscience. He served as a twisted weapon, trained to kill the real Luke and destroy Mara Jade. In the end, Mara Jade took him out, fulfilling a part of her old Emperor-given mission to kill Luke Skywalker. You want obscure? Let's talk about Jedi Master Bail Dorian. Yes, that's his real name. This dude wasn't just a Jedi, he was a Hutt. Yep, like Jabba, but with a lightsaber. And if that wasn't wild enough, he fell to the dark side, declared himself a warlord, and got into a force battle with a literal living tree. A sentient tree named the Nettie, who was also a Jedi Master. So yeah, this wasn't just leaf versus slug. It was photosynthesis versus the Force. Bail Dorian lost to a tree and a lightsaber duel. Some say he fell to the dark side. I say he slipped on space moss and got humbled by Groot's older, wiser cousin. Only in Star Wars. Have you ever heard of a Sith so evil, so powerful, so chaotic that he literally died laughing? Meet Darth Millennial. Yeah, that was his actual name. Sounds like he vaped his midichlorians, but no, this dude was real. He was a dark side prophet who followed Darth Bane's rule of two, but then said, nah, I'm special, and dipped to start his own cult. He believed the Force had a destiny for him, like personally, which is the most Sith thing ever. He got so wrapped up in his own visions and prophecies that according to legend, he had a vision so funny he died laughing. No lightsaber duel, no betrayal, just a Force joke that killed him. I have to know what the punchline was, because if it made a Sith kill over, it has to be savage.
Think Force ghosts are all peaceful and wise? Yeah, not always. There was a Jedi Master named Asharad Het, and after he fell to the dark side and became Darth Krayt, he started seeing visions of old Sith Lords. One of them, Karnes Moor, an ancient Sith who stored his spirit inside a cursed talisman, and whoever wore it, Moor could possess them, control their body, use their power. He didn't need a lightsaber, he didn't need a clone. He just needed somebody stupid enough to put it on. In Star Wars, dying doesn't always mean you're done. Sometimes, you just haunt a talisman for a few thousand years and wait for your next victim.
You think stormtroopers are scary? Imagine them undead. In Star Wars Legends, there was a virus called the Blackwing virus, a secret Imperial experiment gone horribly wrong. It was supposed to unlock immortality for the Empire. Instead, it created flesh-eating zombie stormtroopers. Yeah, full armor, blasters, but no brains left, just pure hunger. The infection spread through Star Destroyers, Imperial bases, anywhere unlucky enough to get exposed. And these zombies? They weren't slow, they sprinted. You couldn't reason with them, you couldn't hide, and if they bit you, you joined them. In Star Wars, death isn't always the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning of the nightmare. Star Wars actually had teleportation long before hyperdrives, the Infinity Gates created by the ancient Qua. These portals could send armies across the galaxy instantly until the Rakata found them. The Rakata twisted the gates into weapons, and the Qua realized the galaxy wasn't ready for that kind of power, so they collapsed the entire network themselves. That's why nobody uses them today. The technology is gone, and almost everyone forgets that it even existed. Thanks, Rakata. The Bison are huge one-eyed cyclop aliens with insane healing abilities. Shoot them, stab them, break bones, they just regenerate. They're tribal, aggressive, and often leave their homeworld to work as mercenaries. If you see a giant one-eyed dude glaring at you, make like Iron Maiden and run for the hills. Yeah, I know I can't sing. The Auk are long-faced aliens from Allah. You've seen Senator Orn Free Taa in the prequels. They're physically weak but politically powerful, known for corruption, wealth, and alliances that keep them in charge, even when everyone hates them. If you need someone to manipulate a Senate meeting, an Auk already did it. Today's species is the Abu Garte, and the only reason we know them is one of the strangest guys in Star Wars, Jack Saz.
He lived on Biss, was filthy and unfriendly, and carried a giant hydro spanner he named Grivuga. Not just carried it, talked to it like it was his best friend. He did any dirty job he could get, even killed a crewmate with his tool. What? His tool? And he ate his food alive. A bizarre dude, but the most famous Abu Garte alive.
When the galaxy tries to kill a Jedi, it usually works. But today we talk about the Jedi who makes the Grim Reaper clock out early, Master Kakruk. This big, hairy fella is a whippet, and he wears a hat bigger than a dinner plate. He's been stabbed by Count Dooku, crushed under debris at the Battle of Hypori, and shot at by countless droids. Did he die? Nope. He just shook it off and went back to work. When Order 66 hit, he was one of the few who survived the initial slaughter and actually led a group of younglings to safety. They say he's so tough, he wakes up every morning just to check to see if he's still alive. He is that tough. Meet the Advasek, the galaxy's most financially stressed species. They come from Riflor, a volcanic planet that erupts so often their cities get wiped out like weekly. So they stopped caring about stuff and focused on the only thing lava can't melt: credits. They've got thick skin, sensitive eyes, pointy ears, and one big horn on their head. All that constant rebuilding made them super pessimistic and obsessed with financial stability. Oh, and the grumpy mercenary Bom Vimdin in the Mos Eisley Cantina? Yep, Advosec. Meet the Alina. Basically, tiny sentient space geckos from the planet Aline. They are small, they are loud, and they have the wildest roommate situation in the galaxy. The Alina live on the surface, but the Kindalo live underground. They actually signed a treaty that says, we take the penthouse, you take the scary basement. And it works. They're big fans of the Republic, mostly because they run a giant relay station. But the best part, the king's name was Manchuchu. Yes, King Manchuchu.